What makes Ron MacLean so special?
His just his way of speaking to you, and not to a greater audience, to you or to you. It's and the very first day I ever met Ron was literally my first week on the job. They're like, we did this Twitter chat with the Bare Naked Ladies with Ron. He came in and sat down, and his warmth and generosity and awareness was the very first things that I noticed. And so we start this Twitter chat, and I'm typing for him, and I say, okay, Ron, let's start it. Hey, everyone, we're here talking, or I'm here talking with Bare Naked Ladies, and this was supposed to be in Ron's voice. And he said, I'm going to stop you right there. I would never say everyone. I would say hello. And it's just that little change of being direct. And then like a year ago, he was on Tim and Sid, and he said something similar, where he said, it's not about, all of these people in the room. It's not about all of these people watching. It's about you watching. And he looked directly in the camera, and still to this day, this scene and this moment gives me chills, because he looked directly in the camera, and he was, even though he's talking to such a national audience and millions of people, he spoke to me. And that's what you get from Ron, is that immediate connection, even though the show is being broadcast to millions of people, millions of people are watching and listening, you feel like everything he's saying is directed to you, and you make that connection. And when you see him in person, and when you see him connecting with fans, it's again, he has blinders on, and you have his full attention for the amount of time that you need. And he listens, and he remembers, and he speaks to you as if, doesn't matter who you are, if you're a kid, if you're 80 years old, if you're 40, if you're whoever, doesn't matter, you're all the same. And that's the one thing. So when I type, and when I craft posts, and when I am thinking about how I'm speaking to people on social, and then also when I'm interviewing them, it's really about that connection. How do I make, instead of saying, hi everyone, we're here today at blah blah blah, it's like, hello, we're here today because I want to speak directly to one person.
It's more personal.
Yeah.
When you think about it, social media especially, but I think even television is actually kind of an intimate experience.
It is.
Because, you might be watching in a room full of, 10, 20 people, but I think a lot of people maybe watch it in a room by themselves with 2 or 3 people, and you want to feel like they're talking directly to you.
Yeah, and you want to know that they're talking directly to you. And that's what makes kind of how Ron tells stories so special, and why it's been such a, I guess, why people see him as such a great storyteller, is because of that connection that he makes with the viewer and with the person watching. Really
contextualizes facts. Doesn't just spit them out at you. He goes, here's why this is important.
Exactly.
Here's why this is special. Here's why you care about this person, care about this story, et cetera, et cetera.
This is why I care about something that happened in Newfoundland, or to this player I've never heard of, but now I want to know everything about this player.
That's great. And you get to spend pretty much every weekend with him.
Yeah.
That's cool. So when you...
Yeah.